Liquid loans is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. What's going on, y'all? You are now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕, and I appreciate you for being here with me. So, liquid loans is one of the most revolutionary ways to maintain all your wealth that you gain from Pulsechain, but still be able to utilize its value to buy Lambos and to buy houses and to buy and to go on dates with sexy ladies and all that stuff without having to give away the initial wealth, the initial value. How in the world is this possible? Well, you do what wealthy people have been doing for centuries, for years. You borrow against your wealth and then you pay it back at a much cheaper price, or maybe not at all. Okay, but you keep that same wealth steady in your bank account. But let's say you borrow against a block of Manhattan, that you own a block of Manhattan. You borrow against it, get the cash out, and then the value of that block of Manhattan continues to grow at about, let's say, 10% a year. But you only have to pay back that loan at about 2% a year. So you never have to pay back that loan technically, because the difference is about 8% a year. Absolutely amazing. There's a protocol being developed called liquid loans, where you take all of your Pulsechain and you lock it in a programmatic box. You can get out a loan that's at least 110% collateralized, and you get it out as a stable coin called USDL that's pegged directly to the United States dollar. So if you put $2,200 worth of Pulsechain into the vault, you can get out as much as $2,000 of stable coin USDL. And you can use that stable coin to buy whatever you want. You can use it to pay your bills, you can use it to buy a house, you can use it to buy a car, you can use it to buy whatever. The best thing about this is that you don't have to pay any interest while you use the money taken out from the vault. And there is no limit to when you have to pay this back. This is unlike any other collateralized loan that we've seen here, and unlike any other DeFi loan. As long as the value of the Pulse that you locked doesn't become lower than 110% collateralized, you'll be perfectly fine. It's recommended though that you collateralize about 300% or more, but I'm personally going to do about 400%. But the lowest amount that you can do is 110% collateralization. So the important thing of liquid loans is that its operations are immutable, meaning that it cannot be changed, and it's non-custodial, meaning that no human group can hold your coins for you. The liquid loan protocol itself is the one that holds your coins. And of course, you control your coins yourself. And finally, it is governance free, meaning that once the protocol is released to the public, there's no ruling party or ruling class of people that can make changes to this protocol. There are no admin keys either, meaning that there's no single point of failure based on the knowledge of humans or a group of humans. So once this thing is released, it better be perfect, or else it's going to be big problems. Now, there are two coins connected to liquid loans: USDL, like I mentioned before, and loan token. USDL is always pegged directly to $1, and the loan token is another token that captures fee revenue generated by the system and gives you rewards if you're an early adopter. You earn loan token by giving USDL stable tokens to the stability pool. I'll talk about this a little bit more in like a minute or so. Also, when you stake loan, you earn Pulse and USDL from borrowing and redemption of other users that use the system. If that was kind of confusing, let me explain it further. There are four main ways that you can benefit from liquid loans. Number one, you can borrow. When you give your Pulse or your Pulsechain token to the contract called a vault with at least 110% collateralized rate, you can borrow the stable United States base coin USDL to buy whatever you want. You have to pay a one-time fee between 0.5% and 5%, depending on how busy the system is, but that's it. You don't have to constantly pay interest on top of it. Next, you have the ability to earn. If you provide USDL to the stability pool, you can gain profits in the form of Pulsechain from other users who couldn't pay back their loans if the collateralized value of their loans drop below 110%. So you gain from other people's losses. Dog eat dog world. You also gain profits as a constant stream of loan tokens just for putting in USDL into this pool. Your returns will be between 10% and 30%. Third, you can stake, which pretty much means that you can loan your tokens out to the protocol. When you stake your loan token, you earn the borrowing and redemption fees that all the users have to pay when they use the system. These fees are paid to you in the form of USDL and Pulse token, in the proportion to your stake in the wider system. The returns are about 20%. And if you notice, that's 20% of these returns is about the same of the 10 to 30% of what I just said 2 seconds ago. Finally, another benefit of this is that you can redeem your tokens. You can get your initial Pulse token amount back that you started with in this whole scenario by simply paying the USDL value that you got when you got that loan. So if you got a $2,000 loan when you created the vault in the first place, you only have to pay back $2,000 of USDL token, no matter how ridiculously high the value of your Pulsechain grew. And there are estimates that Pulsechain will grow 1,000x in the next 2 years. Let me reiterate for clarity. If you put in $2,200 worth of Pulsechain in the vault and you get back $2,000 worth of stablecoin as a loan, when you come back 2 years later, you only have to pay back $2,000 of USDL, but you'll probably get an eye-watering $2,200,000 worth of PulseX back. It is insane. You get this back only for borrowing against this protocol. And if you think this is too good to be true, you haven't been in crypto. Crypto is absolutely insane. In fact, the Hex coin that came out about 2-3 years ago grew 10 times the amount, aka it grew 10,000 times in about 2 years. This is insanity. I absolutely cannot wait for liquid loans to come up. So later in other videos, I'm going to talk about many different stages of how you can reinvest your profits. You can reinvest your loan token, you can reinvest your USDL, you can reinvest your Pulsechain back into the same ecosystem many times so that your profits can grow bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm going to talk about many other different strategies. Why am I doing this? Because I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. Let's get this money.